guys, welcome back to Shadowplay ASMR. Today for my ASMR Vlogmas, I am doing another one of my markers and movie videos. In these videos, we sit down, relax, color a page from a coloring book, and we chat about a movie. And since we are in the holiday season and I am feeling the holiday spirit, I thought it'd be fun to talk about another holiday Hallmark movie. This week we are talking about a movie that I've watched many times before, and it is called Love on the Slopes. Christmas is not heavily featured in this movie, but it does take place at a ski resort, and the male lead does somewhat resemble Henry Cavill, and I love Henry Cavill because Henry Cavill doesn't seem to be interested in doing any rom-coms. This actor and this movie is a pretty good substitute. So let me go get my coloring book, choose a page that I'll be coloring, and let's talk about Love on the Slopes. Love on the Slopes is a Hallmark original movie. It came out in 2018, which I'm now realizing was a while ago, although it does seem like it was yesterday. It stars Katrina Bowden as Alex Burns, an aspiring travel writer who's afraid of getting out of her bubble, and Thomas Beautois, I believe I'm pronouncing this correctly, and he plays Cole Taylor, Cole, C-O-L-E, who is a celebrated extreme sports photographer with a bit of social anxiety. Here is a quick summary before we break down Love on the Slopes bit by bit and scene by scene. So, Alex, a copy editor from New York, is sent to an extreme sports outpost to write a story for a travel writing competition. Cole, a sports enthusiast, reluctantly agrees to be Alex's guide as she faces her fears. Love on the Slopes opens up with Alex talking to her coworker Kate. Kate and Alex work at a travel magazine, but they're both cooped up inside their cubicles. It's even worse for Alex because she works as a copy editor, meaning she edits other people's work, although she is actually a writer and that is what she wants to eventually do. Good thing is that luck seems to be on Alex's side because their boss makes a huge announcement. He is opening up the floor and allowing anyone on staff to pitch him an idea for an article. Whoever has the best pitch is going to win a first-class ticket to anywhere in the world. It is going to become a cover story, and they're going to get a job as the staff travel writer. So it is pretty much everything that Alex could ever dream of. That is a whole lot of perks, so the article must be really good, which is an issue because when Alex approaches her boss to talk about it, he basically tells her that she might not be brave enough to be a travel writer to begin with, and that she's stuck in her comfort zone. If she could find a way to get out of it though, that would be a completely different story. No pun intended. Alex ends up attending this party with her boyfriend Barton and his parents. Are they snobby? Are they nice? I am kind of 50-50 on it, but when Alex shares that she'd like to take a stab at getting this travel writer job, they seem a little confused when they hear that traveling is a job. Well, at least Barton is supportive. There's also this awkward misunderstanding. Barton announces to the entire party that he's ready to move his life to the next level. So Alex, being there and being next to him, obviously thinks that he is about to propose. celebrating. The next day, Alex is still thinking about what her boss said about her needing to get out of her bubble in order to become a good travel writer. Alex and Kate look at photos taken by this amazing photographer named Cole Taylor. Apparently, he's very well known in the photography sphere, but he's also a bit of a mystery because he's not on social media and he doesn't give any interviews. We then jump to Cole's perspective. He's at this beautiful ski resort. He is working on putting together a photo exhibition with his friend Max. There is a meet and greet component to this exhibition because his fans really want to see him in person and to talk to him. But based on the look on his face, Cole would rather stick his head in the toilet. When Alex and Kate spot another one of Cole's photos turned into an ad in the city, Alex has a breakthrough. Cole is going to be the focus of her article. The only issue is that Cole is not giving interviews, and even if she wants to get close to Cole to ask for one, she must travel to the Ridgeline Resort to see him. But Alex's boss, who doesn't think that she's built for this undertaking, gives her another idea. Since Cole will probably be impossible to find, he tells her to go to try out every extreme sport she can and to write an article about that from the first-person perspective. Although Alex is a klutz and a ball of anxiety when it comes to trying anything new or anything that even borders on dangerous, she really wants to get that writer position at the magazine. So, with her bosses and her boyfriend's blessing, she goes. The trip is not off to the best start since her car breaks down, but Alex is not about to give up. When a man pulls up, Alex immediately thinks that she's going to be kidnapped. Turns out that the man is Cole Taylor himself, only Alex doesn't know that, so she refuses his offer to bring her to the resort. She walks all the way to the resort, up and up and up these slippery, snowy paths in heeled shoes nonetheless, and even though the resort seems pretty luxurious, she then has to trek up a snowy mountain in those same shoes and a suitcase in tow in order to get to her cabin. The following day, her extreme sport research begins. By this point, she knows that Cole likes to do all of the snow activities, so she signs up for snow biking, hoping for a chance to see him. I wouldn't be any good at that type of thing either, so I can't make fun, but Alex soon figures out that her biking and snow do not mix. But before she can find out, she panics, tumbles down, and causes an entire ski lift to stop. But it does work out in a way because that is how she runs into Cole again. He ends up coming to Alex's rescue. He doesn't stop himself from lightheartedly poking fun at her klutzy ways though, but at least she made an impression, right? Even though Alex's ego is bruised, among probably other parts of her body, now that she knows exactly who Cole is and where to find him, she goes and makes a proposition. She says that she's a big fan of his work, and if he helps her to become better at extreme winter sports so she can write her article and get the writer position when she gets back to the city, she will help him and Max with the photo exhibition and the winter walk planning, which is this winter event that they are putting together. There is always a matchmaker character in these movies, and in this one it is Max. He pokes holes at all of Cole's excuses as to why he cannot help Alex until Cole ends up giving in. But he is not going to make it easy on her either, because she has to drag herself out of bed super early the next morning and meet him for their first lesson. He teases her again by saying that their first activity is going to be a casual helicopter ride and an ice climbing session, which obviously freaks Alex out. But again, he's just teasing. He might not think that she's cut out for extreme sports, but he also doesn't want to kill her, so they start off easy by going to a climbing gym. He does this cute combo of teasing and encouraging her, and what do you know? By the end, she not only climbs to the very top, even though she's not a fan of heights, but she's also able to let go and to get back down, even though she is very afraid. We also find out that Cole is single by choice, and he yet again pokes fun at Alex when he finds out that her boyfriend's name is Barton, Barton, and jokes that he must be a lord or something. We also learn that Cole runs a charity that allows underprivileged kids to go to winter camps and experience winter sports. Alex holds her end of the promise and helps him with some of the charity work, and then they go grab lunch. Alex opens up to Cole about how she's put herself in this box, that she is a copy editor, and that she's too much of a scaredy cat to branch out and try new things, something that a travel writer would have to do for pretty much every assignment. But this time, Cole doesn't make fun of her, although as they go on a hike, he comments on the fact that she has a big city mentality. She wants everything to happen fast. But Cole is not just not a fan of big cities, he also despises social media. He wants people to focus on his photography and not on his personal life. He does want Alex to break out of her bubble though, and he thinks that she absolutely can do it. It's actually really nice to see how he encourages her along the way. And Alex does need encouragement because everything around her continues to scare her, and rightfully so. I don't think I'd jump at a chance to cross an icy swinging bridge of questionable sturdiness, but she does end up crossing it, once again proving to herself that she can push through her fear when someone encourages her and believes in her. Aside from very good chemistry, this movie also has some very beautiful locations. Think mountains, snowy ski slopes, lush forests. It's absolutely stunning. When Alex asks what's next on Cole's extreme sports bucket list, he says that he wants to bungee jump off of Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe, which Alex finds totally insane. Let's put a pin in that and see what she thinks of this idea at the end of the movie. Cole also says that he's been lacking inspiration for his photography, and that is why he hasn't taken any new photos in a few years. Something tells me that Alex might just be the inspiration he needs. We watch Alex pushing past her fears and doing things like ziplining and skiing, and not just doing them, but also enjoying them, which gives Alex a lot to write about whenever she gets back to her cabin and sits down in front of a computer. She is basically getting a real taste of what being a travel writer would feel like, how she would be going to all of these new places, doing all of these things that she's never done before, and finding creative ways to transmit how those experiences feel through her writing so the readers can feel those same emotions too. As a result, all of these experiences bring Alex and Cole closer and closer day by day. But don't forget that Lord Barton is still in the picture, and although Cole might not want to be keeping his distance any longer, being the honorable guy that he is, these winter excursions and the many, many conversations, we see that even though Alex has all of these fears and Cole is helping her work through them, she is not the only one with fears. Cole has fears too, like someone seeing the real him and having a ton of attention on himself. That's something he needs to work through as well. When Alex's boss calls her and she lets it slip that she has actually found Cole Taylor, he basically makes Alex shift the entire theme of her article and to write it about Cole Taylor instead. Obviously, by this point, Alex has gotten to know him. He opened up to her about things he hasn't shared with anyone, like a breakup that wrecked him, and because of it, she doesn't want to betray Cole's trust by writing about him. I'm not sure why she doesn't just ask Cole if she could write about him, but I guess she probably thinks that he wouldn't agree because he's such a private person, and that he might think that she asked him to become her instructor because she had an ulterior motive all along. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation for Alex. Alex does tell her coworker Kate about this dilemma. She wants to be honest with Cole about the new angle of her story, but Kate insists that she should do what is best for the story. Alex sends the rough draft to Kate to look over, but she does beg her to not show the article to anyone. But you probably already know how that's going to go. The photo exhibition is underway, and because Alex has been encouraging Cole to open up to people, he is able to speak in front of the crowd and get the message about his youth foundation across. He not only does it, but he does it really well, and it is so sweet to see Alex being the one to encourage him this time around. In an unexpected turn of events, Alex and Cole end up going to a country bar for dinner and end up dancing up a storm. Cole is actually a very good dancer. Apparently dancing is in his blood. Apparently, too, Alex took two-step classes as well, although she did it not because she's from the South, but because she was a fan of Hannah Montana's Hoedown, Throwdown. If you remember the Hoedown, Throwdown and know all of the steps, let me know in the comments down below. So Alex and Cole slow dance. Things get a little bit romantic, and just as they are about to go to a restaurant for some hot chocolate, and she's about to tell Cole the truth about what her boss wants her article to be about, guess who shows up? It is none other than Lord Barton himself. Not even 2 seconds pass before Barton blurts out that Alex is writing an article about Cole. And obviously Cole does not respond well to this news, as you might imagine. I don't blame Barton though. He honestly did not realize that Cole had no idea about the article, so it's really not his fault. Either way, Cole cuts things off with Alex because he can't trust her anymore, which also is kind of fair. When Barton proposes during a romantic carriage ride through the snow the next day, Alex has an epiphany. She realizes that she's been pretending to be someone she's not, that they are not meant to be together, and that she needs to find her own path. After leaving Cole a letter, a copy of the article, and making a donation to his foundation, Alex leaves the resort, returns to New York, and wants to tell her boss that she's pulling out of the article pitch competition. But it is too late. Kate, her friend and coworker, may or may not have shared the article with the boss already. Obviously, Alex is mortified because she no longer wants to publish this article without Cole's permission, but this is where things turn around for Alex a bit. Not only did Alex's boss love the article, and And not only did she win the pitch contest and is now officially a travel writer with a first-class ticket to travel to any place she wants, but because the article was very heartfelt and genuine, Cole not only read the article, but also gave permission for it to be published, and he also added some photos he took of Alex for the magazine to use. Touched by this gesture, Alex ends up traveling back to the resort to thank Cole, to give him the first-class plane ticket that is now in his name, and to ask him if he will meet her on top of a mountain. If he meets her, that means that he's forgiven her, and if he doesn't show up, she'll know that he hasn't, and she is going to go back to the city and move on. This is a Hallmark movie, so he shows up on the mountain, all is forgiven, and we finally get a kiss. Remember when Alex said that she can't imagine why someone would want to jump off a waterfall? Well, the movie ends with Alex and Cole making plans to go to Africa and bungee jumping off a bridge together. Any movie or show that centers around writers are always movies and shows that I gravitate toward. The fact that this movie had a fun storyline, an inspiring lesson about taking the leap when it counts, pretty sights, and awesome chemistry between the leads also didn't hurt. I did feel bad for Barton because he really seemed like a sweet guy. It's just that he and Alex weren't very compatible. I kind of wish that he got a happy ending just like Alex and Cole did. Then again, maybe him being a partner at his dad's firm, being single, and getting to focus on work for now until his soulmate comes along is the happy ending he needed in this moment. This is the perfect movie to watch curled up on the couch with a cup of